All right, if you're even thinking about applying for a work visa in the UK, you're going to want to stop what you're doing and listen up. The English language test, which is already a huge hurdle for so many people, is about to get a whole lot tougher. So in this explainer, we're going to break down exactly what's changing, who it affects, and what it all means for you. So is this you? Are you eyeing up a skilled worker visa, or maybe the high potential individual or scale-up route? If so, this is absolutely essential info. Why? Because the goalposts for that English language requirement are on the move, and honestly, being unprepared could put your entire application at risk. Okay, let's get right into the details. Back on October 14th, 2025, the UK government dropped a pretty major announcement about its visa requirements. Here's exactly what you need to know. And here it is, the single biggest change. The required English language level is jumping from a B1, which is considered intermediate, all the way up to a B2, which is upper intermediate. So what does that jump from B1 to B2 actually mean in the real world? Well, it's a pretty significant leap. Think of it like this. It's the difference between having a good everyday conversation and being able to operate at, say, an A-level standard. The expectation is no longer just about basic communication. It's about being able to use the language with real nuance and precision, especially in a professional setting. And proving you're at this B2 level, well, it's not a simple formality. You've got to pass a formal, Home Office-approved test. They call it a SELT. And it's a comprehensive exam that covers all 4 of the key language skills: your speaking, your listening, your reading, and your writing. Okay, so this is the crucial question, right? Does this change actually apply to you? Let's break down exactly who needs to be paying close attention to this new beta rule. So here's the deal. If you're planning a new application for a skilled worker, HPI, or scale-up visa, then yes, this change absolutely affects you. You will be expected to meet that new, higher B2 standard. But, and this is a really, really important piece of information for anyone who's already in the UK, there is some good news. The official guidance makes it clear if you already have a visa that was granted under the old B1 requirement, you do not have to meet the new B2 level when you apply for extensions. You get to stick with the B1 level you already proved. Phew. You know, it's always helpful to understand the why behind these big policy shifts. So what is the government's official line for making this change? In a nutshell, the stated goal is to make sure that new skilled workers have stronger English skills right from day one. The thinking is that this will help people integrate faster and, contribute more effectively to both the economy and society as a whole. And it's really important to see this isn't just some random one-off change. No, this is a key piece of a much bigger puzzle, a broader strategy to make the entire UK immigration system more selective. And yeah, this whole move towards a more selective system isn't just about the English test. Let's take a quick look at the other reforms that are all part of this wider picture. This timeline really gives us a clear roadmap. So the announcement dropped in October 2025, but the really crucial date, the one to circle on your calendar, is January 8th, 2026. That's when the B2 requirement officially kicks in. And as you can see, this is just one step in a sequence of changes, with updates to the graduate visa coming down the line in 2027. And speaking of those other changes, here are 2 really big ones to be aware of. The super popular graduate visa, the one that lets students stay and work after they finish their studies, that's being cut down from 2 years to just 18 months. And while the HPI visa route is actually going to be expanded, they're also introducing new caps on the number of people who can apply. Okay, I know that was a lot of information to take in, so let's boil it all down to the most important part. What does this actually mean for you and your application? Let's do a quick summary. What's changing? The English test is being raised to the B2 level. Who's affected? New applicants for the skilled worker, HPI, and scale-up visas. And the most important date to have burned into your memory? January 8th, 2026. So, what should you do right now? It's pretty simple, really. A 3-step process. First, get crystal clear on which visa route you're going for. Second, check your timeline. Are you planning to apply before or after that January 8th, 2026 deadline? And third, if your application is going to be after that date, well, it's time to start preparing for that tougher B2 test. So there you have it. This isn't just so small tweak to the rules, it is a very clear signal that the UK is raising the bar for skilled workers. And it leaves all of us with a much bigger question, doesn't it? As the path to living and working in the UK gets more and more demanding, what's next for UK immigration? And how is this all going to reshape the country's future?